My rants are usually very long and slow, so I'll keep this one brief. And I know my speaking style is not in its best form at the moment, but I mean, it's alright. So, can you even pragmatically think of a way to enact a political ideology before it's been done? And the answer would be no. If we look throughout history, we've seen many different intellectual views on the way that countries should be run, the way that governments should form, the values and principles that they have. And we see extraordinarily rarely a successful material translation of ideas into actual political action. And then people grab onto the action. People don't grab onto the philosophy. People don't grab onto the hope, the incentive structures. People just grab onto the materialist, degenerate establishment, which kind of just dictates the way that politics happens. And so, can we even prepare for an ideology? I think we can. I think it goes back to the issue of the paradox, really, of human understanding, which is that we need to know everything. We need to be gods. We need to be at peak development, but we can't be. We can never be, because we're not on that high of a level. And so if you actually think, should we even act? Should we even do anything? Because every single scientific study, every single philosophy, every single word, every single statistic will not live up. And humans, because we are relativistic creatures, that matters. We will never be able to live up in any way, in any form. And it's because that our leaders don't accept this, which is why they're faltering. It's why we can have very good and smart things, but they never build into something more. I think what you need then is an ideology that preaches consciousness because it itself is consciousness. So if an ideology is willing to say, actually, these are the weaknesses of humanity, and actually those are good things. So our ability to process short term is a good thing. Our idea to observe, to analyze, to fight in order to have our own individuality. It has to be an ideology with those things as goals, not as innate principles. Innate principles, they explain our material understanding, our relation to material, or ambition towards it. But those are all degenerative things if they're not bridged into something more idealistic, more philosophical. And so there needs to be that transaction from day one in our ideology, that the entire point and goal of the thing is that your philosophy, your idea, is your material establishment. And your material establishment goes back to a philosophy. And this is consciousness, because this isn't the smartest point, this isn't Einstein, this isn't Marx, this isn't Trump, this isn't anyone. All that this is a goal to aspire to a certain level that requires a self-aware, conscious understanding, and a goal for a placebo effect that gives us the power to expand. And so that's the way that our ideology should be. That's the way that we practically get done. We have to put a fucking wrench in the material systems we have. We have to put a fucking wrench in the philosophical drive that we're going into the fucking ocean with. We have to put a wrench into these things. We have to stop these things. This is not a continuum. This is a rebuttal. This is grabbing back our control. Like, you think whenever in America one was picking cotton, you think they're like, oh, there's some genius understanding this. No, they had to free themselves. And it's the prospect that we can be free. It's the prospect that we can do these things eventually. It's the prospect that we can have opportunity to develop and derive, and that comes from us first. That does not come from something that we're just given. It comes from the thing that we should just naturally have, and we should build around this exact premise, around this exact thing.